Warning, this video contains my opinion only. Let me know your guys' opinions in the description below. What's going on, guys? You're tuned in with Gemini Fox, and Merry fucking Christmas. The day has finally came. The year is almost over. We're playing TTFO today. I don't know why, but we are. We have a Christmas special. Instead of boring you with gameplay, instead I have decided I'm going to bore you by showing you my top 5 ranked cards from each level. I have a quick, brief ranking, whatever, just roll the video. Alright guys, so here's how we're ranking the video. First thing I did was I went by the design of the monster, boss, whatever. The second thing I did was if I had any connection to the card. And the third way I did it was how well it played for me. So that's how I rate the cards. Enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, so that's how I rate them all. Also, each rank is based upon the level set, which should be pretty self-explanatory, just in case. So I'm not only going to show you my top 5, I'm also going to show you which one was my least favorite of each level. And I'm also going to show you who I think is the MVP of each level, which is the best card, in my opinion, to use. Now, the MVP is not always going to be my favorite card, because that's not fair to judge. Because some of the cards might be judged just by, the design, let's say, not based on how well it actually plays. So, I did a pre-record this a couple days ago. It was an hour long. This time I came a little prepared. I wrote down what I want to say. And I guess that's it. So let's get into it. Alright, so here we are, level 1. And for anybody who is wondering, the music is Find Your Way from Final Fantasy VIII. I'll put it in the description if you want to listen to it. Anyway, so level 1 card. So I'm going to start with my least favorite, which for me is a pretty simple one. I'll go with Gala. It's my least favorite. Also, I know you can't see the mouse. I forgot to change it. So you just have to watch for when the cards turn blue. When the cards turn blue, that's going to be, when I click on a card. And let me go change that real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I don't know why it's not showing the mouse. Maybe it is. I went and checked the settings. It doesn't say it's hidden. But I know the last one I did, it was hidden, so I don't know. So I said, no, so my least favorite is definitely Gala. The name's just bad. It's just a Ray looking thing. I also like the card. Plays a decent game though, but that's definitely my least favorite. So now, in no particular order, I'm going to eliminate my next 4 that are not the top 5. So I'm going to do that real quick and I'll cut right back. Alright, so these are our top 5. I'm probably just going to end up speeding the video in between so you guys can see. Those were in no particular order. And some of them, when we get to the higher rates, there will be, some of them are really close. So if I have a top, 6, I'm make sure I put that in there. But for level 1, obviously, it doesn't really matter. So these are definitely my top 5. Geezer, Barbara, Esper, Blood Soul, and the Caterpillar. So, coming in at number 5, does it have to be Blood Soul? Only reason, it does have a 6, which is good in game. And it is Diamond Snowwolf's favorite level 1 card. And it makes up blood in the name, so that's basically all the reason is for that. And number 4, Blabra. That's like the design. That's really about it. At 3, it's gotta be Gesper. Just from playing the original, grinding against them for I can't remember what it is offhand, but the item it drops gives Quistis one of her limit breaks. Just remember playing that guy a lot. And the card's good. Put it in the corner. It's pretty alright. And number 2 goes to Caterpillar. Well-rounded card. You fight them early if you go in the forest. That's basically all I can say. And of course, number 1's gotta be for me, the Geezer. The number 1 card in the game. If you hear whining, Anne's whining in the background. She's chewing on a toy. I don't know why she chews on it. She whines. If you don't know who Anne is, I'll put a picture of her right here. Okay, so if you hear that, sorry. But yeah, it's number 1 Geezer. First card in the game. It's just got something really symbolic about it. I don't know. And it's just always a joke to have. So I just gotta put that number 1 for my level 1s. Now time for level 2. My least favorite level 2 for me is pretty easy. It is Jelly Eye. I just like the design. It does have a 7, but so does Grant. Alright, now we're down to our top 5. Glacial Eye would be number 6, I know for sure. I thought about it for a little bit, but I had to take them out. So in at number 5, we have the Creeps. Boom. You fight them all the time in the sewers. It's kind of like one of those iconic monsters in the game. You feel like most of the people, when you play it before, the guys, you get lost in the sewers, you fight these guys all the time. I think I one time fought them for like 2 days straight. So just that, and it's not a bad card. And number 4, gonna have to be the Anaconda. It does have a little significant value in the story right at the beginning of the game. You do get his card for free if you talk to I believe you talk to a guy on the hill. I don't remember. But it's a pretty hard fight to start off. And it's the first non-boss hard fight. So it does have a little significant value. And it's a good card. 5/5, slap it in the corner, you'll be all set. So then at number 3, we have Mesmerize. Good name, good card. 12 balance, and it's a ram, bro. What's not to like? Now coming at number 2 should be pretty easy to tell by the 2 cards we got left. Grand Mantis, number 2. Good card, just like Creeps, but it does have a 3 on the left. Creeps only has a 2. I don't remember fighting these guys even in the game, but I know it wins me a lot of games. It won me a lot of games early in the game, so. And then number 1 should be pretty obvious. Grendel. I mean, it's obviously the best looking card of all of them. To me, I'm pretty sure he's going to be MVP because he looks like the best card for me all around. He does have the elemental that helps him a little bit. If you fight him under level 20, it helps you get Partial Squall's Lionheart. So, still around good card. Alright, moving on to level 3. Least favorite card here was pretty simple for me. The Uchu, whatever you want to call it. I don't like the design, and I do remember playing this on the PS1, and this card took me forever to get. I think I had all the boss cards, I still never had this card. I didn't know where to get it. I've only seen it like 2 times before I got it in the game. So for me, I just got bad memories. I just like that card. It's a decent card though, by the stats, but for me, so for me, at number 5, I'm putting in Sam OHG, however you want to call him. That's what I'm going to call it for today. Make him blue. Fire Elemental, help him out. His card, I actually like the design. And you also fight him for one of Quistis's limit breaks. I put him at 5. Number 4, Snow Lion. Again, just like the design. Also has a 7 and Elemental, plays well. I mean, yeah, that's all I can say about him. So, Snow Lion at 4. At number 3, this was by far my easiest set to do. At number 3, I got Deathclaw. It has the 7. Again, it has Elemental if you care about that. I really don't personally care about it early. It's a little more important, but later it doesn't really matter. So Deathclaw has a 7, and it seems like it always saves you. That 7 on the bottom seems like it takes out a lot of cards. So for me, yeah, Deathclaw's got to be number 3. And number 2, Cactuar. Number 2, Cactuar and Time better be your top 2 for level 3. Oh yeah, Cactuar. Not much to say really. An improved Grand Mantis at 6/6 instead of 5/5. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you. They're fun to fight. Iconic to the Final Fantasy series. My number 1 is Tom Barry. I just love the design. He's got that little knife there. He'll shank it down if you try to mug him in the street. He's got that lantern, you know, he'll protect you at night. I mean, and he's just like a little like, green alien looking dude. And the way you gotta fight them to get Timber King to show up in a game, I just love it. And I like him when he shows up to help you as a GF as well. So for me, Tomberry, number 1, easy. For me, least favorite, it's pretty simple. It's gonna be my Sage, whatever I call him. That's what I'm gonna call him for this. Yeah, just like the design. I like him in the game. They're just bleh. That's all I got. Short, sweet, right to the point. Let's get the next 4 out of here. Alright. This is my top 5. The Turtle Pod and number 5. It's a good card. I like the design of the card. But compared to the other ones, he's got to be number 5. And then from there, we're going to go straight down and over for Blue Dragon at number 3. There we go. A little bit, basically Catchwar again. But instead of 6/6, it's a 6 and a 7. So it's basically Catchwar and Deathclaw infused. So I got Blue Dragon 4. Number 3, kind of surprised myself. I'll put Imp at number 3. Just because of how well the Imp has played for me and TTFO. In the actual game, I might use them once just to use them. But in TTFO, oh god, he's just elite. That's all I can tell you. He's not MVP, but he's definitely elite in the game. Got him at 3. Now for 1 and 2, TRX Bomb, if you know me. No surprise, those are the top 2. However, picking between these 2 is difficult for me. Bomb has to go number 2. I mean, it's just a simple card, put in the corner, bam. Fighting a Fire Cavern, my favorite area of the game. I said, but the T-Rex has to be number 1. I mean, it's an iconic monster, simple layout, good card. You got fight in the training facility, or the training center, I mean. When you're low level, you get to it, you get scared, man. They will mess you up. It's one of those things you're always hiding from. But it's always one of those monsters. It's one of those things that you run from. But then when you get higher level, you got better magic and stuff. You go back and you kick his ass. I mean, I did anyway. And he's even in sometimes random in the forest and stuff. So for me, T-Rex had to be number 1. And here we are at level 5. This is when the picks start getting a little bit difficult. Actually, I had a hard time picking my least favorite. It's between 2. But at the end of the day, I'm picking GIM 47N. I just like the design. Yeah, the card's kind of trash, to be honest with you. And I don't like fighting them in the game either, so they're the worst. And of course, alright, here's the first case. I do have 6. Tomberry just doesn't quite make it in. Tomberry King, I mean. It's coming at number 5. I'm going Marlboro. I had to put him in top 5. If you do fight him for a technical, for one of Quistis limit breaks, you'll know it's a pain in the ass, but when you get it, when you finally do it, oh man, it was worth it. That's all I can tell you. It's Marlboro. Iconic fight in the game. It's a great card. And I think it's even going to be the MVP of the class because it has a double 7s. At 4, I'm putting in the Behemoth. Dodging the meteors in the game. Design. It's got the name Behemoth's just cool as well. And that's all I got. It's coming in at 3. It's going to have to be Ruby Dragon. And because we've been pointing out the whole time, it's upgraded Blue Dragon, so that's 6/7. Ruby Dragon 7/7. I like to design Ruby Dragon. You fight on one of the coolest islands in the game. You can get meteor from them. Coming at number 2, I feel like they got robbed. I'm putting in Biggs and Wedge. Technically, I know we're not a boss fight, but the way it seems like it's set up in the game, it's kind of a boss fight. So I think they got robbed. At least they're at the top level 5 in the rankings of how the cards are laid out. And of course, number 1, Pew Pew. Hardest card to get up to this point. One of the hardest cards to get in the actual game. He has an ace, the first card with an ace. His character design is bomb. And when you see him, you'll see him in the thumbnail. He looks good with that Santa hat on. You can't tell me that. He's the only one who doesn't get a red Santa hat. He deserves a blue. He deserves to be number 1. He's our number 1 on this list. Moving on to level 6. Now, for level 6, we're into the boss cards now. This is where I think Big Zwedge should be. And he can take out somebody. I don't care who you take out. But I understand why I didn't do it, but I feel like he should have been in here. But so for me, it came down to 2 cards again to pick. It's hard to pick my least favorite. I gotta go with the Shumi. The whole side quest is boring. Sucks. Fighting him is fun to get the magic, and after that, sucks. His design, I just don't like it. That's it. That's all I got. Moving on, top 5. Alright, Adodon is an honorable mention for a top 5. Up on that 6 still, only because of his design gets him this far. Alright, so here's my top 5. Number 5 being Alvaret. It's fun. First real boss fight of the game. You get silent from him if you didn't know that. Now you do, you draw it. It's all question marks, I'm sure everybody knows, but somehow you didn't, now you know. And it's a good card, 7-8. It's good for plus combo. It has elemental. Everything you're really looking for by level 6. You want some good cards. Iguana. Again, comparison for Ruby Dragon, 7-7. Iguana's got 8-8. Does get double 2s, but that's alright. I mean, the card design like this doesn't look that great. But in game, oh yeah, worth the top 4. At number 3, it's gotta be Ronaldo. B. A fight in the training center. You saved the one lady. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. I used to know this game inside out, but this is telling me I gotta play this game again. But you know that I know that you know. This guy definitely deserves top 3 spot because of significance in the game. Or what you say, and you can draw sleep from him. Make sure you put him to sleep or he will screw you up. On to our top 2. Definitely clearly top 2. Now for me by design, my number 2 would be number 1 by design. But we're not going only by design. So number 2, it has to be Krista. Or whatever you want to call it. Design, probably my favorite design of boss in the game. Just looks cool. But doesn't quite have the significance. The only value it has to me is I do remember it is the first boss card I ever got in the game. I drew it from I forgot what it was. We're just go up here for the guys. It's a level 2 card from Buell and the Fire Cavern. I pulled it from that on a draw. I got that card, came with it. So it does have significant value to me. Maybe that's why I like it too, so high. But for me, that's a personal experience. That's why it's at number 2. Everybody's not gonna have that experience. You know what I mean? XATMO92 is my number 1 card of this class. Level set. Because everybody should have a little bit of emotional connection with the spider. You gotta run full men in the game. Consider the boss. So really the only bosses, if not the only boss, you don't actually have to beat. You just gotta outrun them. The first boss that is in a cutscene for a significant amount of time. The whole part leading up to it, and just comes out of nowhere. Everybody's gotta have some connection to that. That's why I put up over Krista, and deserves to be number 1. And also for XTM, I just remembered is you can beat it with Quetzalcoatl in the beginning game if it is high enough level with Squall. I just want to put that out there. It is possible, and if you do it, you are fucking excited. Because I did it before. It takes a long time, but you do it, you feel fucking awesome. And here we are. Level 7, the last, the boss cards. This was actually kind of easy for me to pick my least favorite. Because I don't like the design, and I don't remember fighting it either. So I don't really significance to it. Gargantua, whatever I call it. He's my least favorite. I got no real reason, but other than to say he is. So that's what we're going with. I'll be back with the top 5. Alright. So we do have an honorable mention. And it is BGH251F2. The whole thing, just like with the spider, leading up to the fight. Coming at number 5, Mobile Type 8. I like the design of the card. Oops. Just dropped my pen. For me, it's a top 5 by design. Card looks decent as well by the stat wise. I don't remember fighting this one, so it must be towards the end of the game in the castle. But I did always like the design even when I was a kid, so I had to put it in my top 5. And number 4, how can you not have Kettle Bloodbath in your top 5? I don't understand. I'm not putting them at 4. Basically a jacked up behemoth. And that's it. I mean, I know it does have a 1 on him, okay? Hey man, it's on top. That's an easy one to fix. Right? You put it in right away, get rid of it, or if you're going from the bottom up on the board, be a good card. Put them at 4. And number 3, Tiamat, whatever. You know, the kick-ass dragon, basically a messed up version of Bahamut. And because Bahamut's so badass, you got it. This is almost just as good. Number 3, that's all I got. Number 2, Ultimate Weapon. Ultimate Weapon has been in our top 5 just by certificates of it in the game. It's not quite a mega weapon, but it is the ultimate weapon. And it is ultimately in my number 2 spot. As we move on to number 1, just down the board, obviously, it has to be Red Giant last card. I don't know why. I love the Red Giant card. Always tell Diamond Snow if it's my favorite card. It's not actually my favorite card. I think she knows, but it would be my 3rd favorite card. Realistically, it is my 3rd favorite card in the game. As far as the boss fight goes, I don't really care for the boss fight. But as we move on to the GFs for level 8. Alright, here we are. Now this is where stuff gets pretty hard to pick. I have my top 5 written down, but I might just say screw it and give you my top in order. I'm gonna do that actually. Screw it. That's it. We're done. Our list is over. Throwing it out the back window. It's Christmas time, baby. My least favorite is easy. Siren. I know Boom Pants is gonna try to fight in the comments, but I know Diamond Snow will kick his ass because nobody besides him likes this card. I do like fighting the bartender for it though. Or not the bartender. The pub owner. It's a technical term. So I do like, you know, you do win it in the game. I do like when you gotta like find the person versus like the brothers where you get the card when you win. You know. Except for no like Incorrect where it's like the first, like right at first starts, like these ones you get them, it's alright. But the next ones when you get them, I don't like that. I'd rather try to win them. For me, Siren, number 10. Number 9, it should have to be Sacred right next to her. I like the brothers a lot. But Sacred, he doesn't, I don't like Sacred. I don't even know why. I mean, I feel like if he's red, he's got the red horns. I like Minotaur better than Sacred. Yeah, Sacred's going to be number 9. At number 8, it's a tough pick. I think I'm going to go Chubby Chocobo. Because I don't have very much experience with this card in the game. I don't remember how you get the card in the game. I'll really have to refresh my memory. I have to play this game again. I don't remember how you get it, but I know I didn't use it very much. And there is better cards, obviously, right here in the level 8s. Chubby Chocobo has to go. Number 8. Number 7, Angelo. Sorry, Angelo, but you gotta go with 7. Just everybody else left on the board. That's it. And by design, though, Angelo is definitely in the top 3. But as far as using it, meh. I do. This was the first card though that I did find on my own. The guy in the trade. This was the very first card I found, so this has some value to me. 6. Gilgamesh. Probably does deserve to be higher, but I'm not a big fan of Gilgamesh, to be honest with you. But it is a good all-around card, and you do get a late game. And that's pretty much all I got to say about it. Gilgamesh. Minotaur. Finally makes its appearance. Just compared to the last 5, for me, those are my top 5 next coming up. Minotaur just has to be here. And that's just the end of it. Shiva. The card looks alright. Decent numbers, elemental, whatever. But the main thing for me is how you get in the game. Give it a guy in the magazine. Just classic. Who would ever think that? I don't know. You can find the magazine. And it gets Squall's a little dialogue with it. It's just good. Just all around good time. Shiva at 5. And it's Christmas time. Ice. It's got to be top 5. That's number 5. Number 4. Chocobo. Hard card to get in the game. Not the hardest. One of the hardest, though, probably. In the top 5 of hardest cards to get in the game. Now, number 3. I really want number 3 to be number 2. But because of the value that number 2 holds, this guy has to go down number 3. Quetzalcoatl, number 3. Quetzalcoatl is definitely my second favorite GF of this game. I don't really like Quetzalcoatl in any game, but on 8, Quetzalcoatl is up there. But if you just for me, just by design, gets him to number 3. At number 2, the Mini Mog. You knew Mini Mog was going number 2. I mean, good card, 9/9, top and bottom. Get it early on. Very important. You use this card a lot in the game. And that's pretty much all I got. Oh, I'm sorry. I messed up. This card will come to Michael Jackson. You yell, little boy, and that kid run that circle and bomb guard will show up. With this $1 million card, ready to kick your ass. You're going to kick his ass with the number 1 pick for me, Encrypt, Ifrit, whatever you want to call him. The Fire GF in the Fire Cabinet, the best GF in the game, in my opinion, goes number 1. My second favorite card as well, and you will hate the meme Mog's ass with it. Honestly, my favorite GF all time. Not even just in this game, all time favorite. And you do get it early on free when you beat him. And when you beat him, he joins you. I mean, what's there not to like? Criff number 1 is definitely the number 1 of the lakes. They're going on to level 9. But for me, there's only one of these I don't like. That is Pandemona. I don't know why I like Pandemona. I just like the design. So for me, Pandemona is definitely my least favorite. Next, Alexander. I don't like Holy or Light Elemental, whatever it is. Well, no, it's Light, but I'm pretty sure it can also be Holy as well. Good card, though. A 9 and an ace, put it in the corner, is an amazing card. But for me, the design just isn't there. It's got to go here, right to the rest. Carbuncle here. I really want to put Carbuncle higher. I just can't. Sorry, Carbuncle. I wish I could take you higher after Frat Boom Pants pretty much harassed you. But I gotta take him here. I can't put him over Diablos, who is my next pick. Just for me as design, playing in the game, how you obtain them. For me, Diablos is higher. Let's take him on now. Boom, Diablos is next. I do like how you get Carbuncle's card, though. And I do like the design of Carbuncle, but Diablos, for me, is just better. Bring us to our next one. We're going to continue going down the line to Level Lethed. Another one of Diamond Snowball's favorite cards. I know that from editing, I'll tell you that. But anyway, I do like the Joker. He's my favorite of the CC group players. I always like going back to the training center. There's just something about that area, Bottom Garden. That's awesome to me. And that's where you get Level Lethed from. Eden, whatever you want to call it. Great card as well. Just like Alexander. Ace and a 9, put it in the corner, is good. That's all I got. A hidden GF. But for me, it does not do the other cards. So for me, it has to be here. Next, I am putting the Cerberus card. I like Cerberus. I like Cerberus in this game. I don't like getting haste. Waste all the time for it, because I usually put haste on anyway. So, that's pretty much all I got. Cerberus, just number 5, just because it's number 5. Number 4, for me, has to be Odin. I like Odin a lot. A lot. Odin should be number 3, but in this game, he can't summon him. He just shows up when he wants to. I mean, how you gonna trust a guy like that? The card, though, is good. You did get it pretty early on, if I remember right. I think you get it when you beat Odin. I don't remember. I think so. Even if not, I know it's kind of an early card compared to the other 3, which are late game cards for sure. So Odin, for me, just misses out the top 3. Number 3 is going to be Bahamut. By design, Bahamut is definitely number 2. But by the ratings, Bahamut has to be number 3. Decent card. Ace and an 8. The fight of Bahamut is good. The whole mysterious fight to get Bahamut to show up. I love all that. Bahamut at 3. But at number 2 has to be Doom Train. The hardest card to get in the entire game. Design, badass. Gives the enemy all the statuses, badass. Double aces. The MVP of level 9. Boom, put the stars with everybody know. And that's all I got for you. Doom Train, man. I know people on forums that took months for the guy in the bar to drop this card. Before, I guess not drop it, but use it. I think I got lucky. He actually played it for me the very first hand. And we drawed. And it took me another 110 games for it to show back up. But I did get it my second try, so. It's just the grind overall, getting the card. And it's a good GF as well. That's my number 2. Number 1, though, the Phoenix card. I love the card design. I love Phoenix's. It's fire. It's number 1. If you get the cards in order, Phoenix is the last card you will get in the game if you go in order. It's right at the end of the game. It's basically so late that if you get it and then follow the storyline, about 15 minutes later, you'll never be able to use it because you're going to be stuck in the castle. So, for me, Phoenix has to be number 1. For the character cards, everybody has their own opinions. I'm ranking these straight up, just by how I like each character, because we can go by the numbers and all that, but they're all kind of the same. They're all good in different situations. I think we all can agree the MVP is Edea. But in there right now, double aces. Best card in the game. Straight up. Double aces. But now for my top 10 ranking. If you care. Least favorite, Sophia. Again, Boom Pants. It's going to be pisted in the description. And I know with diamonds. Back for that one as well. So Sophia's definitely my least favorite. Now from there it gets tough. All the rest of these could definitely be top 3 picks. So I'm going to have to go with Kyros. Never really got to use the card that much. Halo's does look pretty balanced, but I never really got to use it that much, so I have to put Kyros here. Next, Quistis. I'm trying to think. I believe Quistis is the first character card you do get in the game. So you do use her a lot. But I'm basically just judging this by the characters themselves. Quistis, I'm sorry, not too high up there, but you gotta go here. You gotta go Ward. I use the Ward card a lot in the game when I was a kid. I still use the Ward a lot. But Ward can't be in the top 5, and he can't be in my honorable mention for sure. So Ward, I'm sorry, I gotta take you out here. Next, Laguna, however you want to say it. Again, never gonna use this card that much. And I think Irvine is a better shooter than Laguna. So that's why everybody's got to be higher. Renoa. Renoa's probably would be my top 5 in the game as characters, but Idea is just too powerful of a card, and it has to be a little higher. It's coming in at number 5 is Cypher. I like Cypher in here. I don't like him enough to put him higher than the other 4. 4, Idea finally gets taken out. Just a great card to have. I'll get the card design as well. I'm glad they kept the little horn on her here. You can see him kind of on the top. Little crown or whatever. Idea is at 4. Now for me, these are definitely my top 3 cards in the game. I'm sure if you know me, you know what order these are going in. So we're just not going to spend too much time. We're just going to go through. Irvine, number 3. Greg Guzman, I like the hat. Card. Picture's good. Number 2, Squall. I think Squall has to be number 3 on everybody just because main character in the game. That's the way I operate. That's just the way it is. So for me, Squall, number 2. And of course, my favorite card in the game, my favorite character in the game, my second favorite Final Fantasy character of all time, Zell, goes number 1 in the level 10 rankings. No surprise, if you know me. An attack you in the face really just steals the deal. I guess for anybody who sees us in the future, doesn't know who my favorite character is, it is Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. Yes, I know Final Fantasy VII, the greatest. Everybody's, well, not everybody, I shouldn't say, but definitely the most well-known Final Fantasy game all time. But for me, my favorite Final Fantasy game all time is 8. It's a game I knew the most until today, apparently. I like the card game in it. I like all the characters, except for Sophia. I guess that's it. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the Christmas special. I try not to bore you by playing the game. I figure I'll do something new that we haven't done yet, between me and Diamonds, and then now Boom Pants as well, doing TTFO. Like I said, the day of this record, nobody has done a ranking on the cards yet. And it's also there for me to show you all the cards as well, which is nice. So, yep, that's all I got for you guys. So hopefully you enjoy your Christmas. Hope you have a good New Year's. Hopefully New Year's a little better for everybody. And I guess that's it. So I'll see you guys in the next part. There will be one more TTF video after this on the last day. After that, we'll be continuing on with our medieval walkthrough. And I don't know if there's any other games you want to see after medieval, put them in the comments. Remember, it has to be playable on the computer for PlayStation 4. I might do Wizards because a lot of people have been asking me to play Wizards. So that might happen, but it won't be a walkthrough. Nothing. There'll be little hidden stuff in the game or whatever. Lore Master, house designs, shot spells, whatever. Maybe even just, digging around, fishing, gardening, whatever. But if you do have a game that is on them too, I will see what I could do. I'll maybe do it after the medieval. But that's it. So hopefully you do have a good Christmas again. And I'll see you guys in whatever video comes out next. Peace out.